it's me, Ribbity, and welcome to the second episode of my Ribbity save. I'm so excited to be working on this save file. Last episode, if you haven't checked it out, I would definitely go have a look because I basically just introduced what this save file's gonna kind of be, although I didn't really have a set idea at the time, so it's pretty vague. But I'd still go check it out because I built two of the first houses. One's a starter home and one's a family home in this neighbourhood of Willow Creek. Today, I'm really happy to introduce you to the Baroque family, which is a family from The Sims 2. It's my absolute favourite family. And I've decided that my save file is going to be basically honouring The Sims 2, which in my opinion is the best Sims of the franchise. Just because the stories and the history and the connections between the Sims and their families is just so deep that it's amazing. Like the effort that was put into it and the conspiracies and everything. It's such a fun game, and I want to be able to try and bring some of that back. So yes, I will be bringing back all the old families from The Sims 2, so if you played The Sims 2 or watched any videos or anything like that on it, you will recognise all the families I'm bringing back. I can't wait. Some of them, I don't understand why they weren't in The Sims 4 because they are amazing, but I can't wait to bring them back. I have decided, however, that that Willow Creek is going to be completely base game. So that's great because it means that if you only have base game, when you download the save file, you'll have one entire world that is completely base game and will run fine. The other worlds, however, I am going to be introducing a couple other packs, the other base game worlds. I'm not going to add loads, but I'm going to add a couple, and then for the other worlds that need a pack anyway, I'm probably going to go a little bit more free reign with packs in them, but I'm still deciding that. So I will update you when I make that decision, but just know that Willow Creek is going to be completely base game. I do, however, accidentally add the eco lifestyle dumpster table and chairs. You can see them just there. Because at this point I hadn't decided it was going to be base game. So just know I have removed them, I've replaced them with base game. So don't worry about that. But yes, a little history of the Baroque family. If you don't know, I'm not going to go too in depth at any of the histories of the Sims 2 families. If you want to know any history of them, go check out Plumbella's The History of series because she does them so well. There's so much history to most of the families that she goes over it and she really breaks it down so it's easy to understand. So either if you played The Sims 2 and you just kind of forgot, go check it out because I can guarantee you're going to learn something new. And if you've never played Sims 2 and don't know, go check them out because the stories are amazing. But anyway, yes, the backstory of the Baroque family in The Sims 2, the little bio says Brandy was left to raise two boys on their own, following her husband's suspicious pool ladder accident. With Dustin acting out, can Brandy teach young Bo to make the right choices in life? So that's the story, and it kind of hints that back in The Sims 2, you could remove a pool ladder while a Sim was in the pool, and they wouldn't be able to get out, so they would inevitably drown and die. So it's kind of hinting that Brandy caused her husband Skip's death. So there's that little dark, twisted story that The Sims used to have that I miss. So you could always play around with that sort of idea in this save file. But yes, here's me creating The Sims. Now, because I was only doing base game, it did limit me in trying to make them similar, and also graphics have improved a lot. So I did play around with them a lot because I couldn't get them to look like The Sims 2 version, identical, but I did my best, and I also did my best to kind of update them slightly into The Sims 4 world. And I do like the way that they turned out. Definitely. But yes, Brandy's aspiration is the big happy family one, because in The Sims 2, it says about how she wants to do good by her family. She wants to be a good mum. It's just she's very lazy, and that's one of the traits I've given her. And I think she's kind of lost her way in life. Like, she just can't be bothered to make things work. So yes, the traits I've given her, like I said, was lazy. I've given her good and cheerful as well, because like I say, she's a nice person. She's lost her oomph, really, I think. She is also, in The Sims 2, almost friends with both Nina and Dina Caliente, so I'll be carrying that forward too. That's what I'm excited about as well, is to go in and create all these connections and stuff with all the different Sims and their families. So definitely expect that too. Don't worry, I'm going to be putting the effort in. But yes, this is Dustin, her son. I played around with his face for so long because I just couldn't get it right. I wasn't happy with it. But I think think it's okay now. His aspiration is Chief of Mischief. Why did I say it so weird? Mischief. Mischief. Sorry. Anyway, yes, because I feel like he feels like he's misunderstood, but at the same time he is acting out because I think because he wants to be noticed for something, and I think at this point he doesn't necessarily care what he's noticed for. He is self-assured because I don't think he lets anyone walk all over him, although he does in the back of his mind just want to be told what to do and how to do it. I think he puts on this front. And I've also made him a goofball because I think he's a pretty chill guy outside of causing chaos. I also really struggled with getting the clothes right for Dustin because I had some specific clothes I wanted to put him in. Like there's that like basketball top from City Living that I thought would be perfect, but of course I'm doing base game. So yeah, I struggled a little bit with trying to line that up as best I can. But again, I think I did pretty well considering. So I'm happy with the way they turned out. And then the toddler Bo, I've just made him silly because I feel like there's enough depression in this family. The toddler is pretty oblivious to everything going on, I would imagine. So he's just a little silly boy, and hopefully he grows up to have a good life. But I guess that's up to any of you that do decide to play with this family. But yeah, that's the Brooke family, and the house that I'm building now is actually from a new family I'm introducing to the save file. I am super happy with this family. This is the Blossom family, so it's Bert and Bill Blossom. They're brothers, and they're elders. They've been best friends their entire life, and they've also lived together their entire life. When they moved out of their parents' house, they moved in together and they stayed together. Now, neither of them have actually had a significant other in their lives. Not for any particular reason. I think it's just been they've never been inclined that way to have someone, or maybe they've just never found the right person. So I guess that's up to you guys when you play it, how you want to play it out. But these brothers are super happy, go lucky, friendly, very involved in the community, and I love the way the house turned out. I think it reflects them and their personality really well. I think it's really cute with the different painted columns and things. And the house is very colourful and happy inside, but it's also a bit outdated, so it'd be quite nice to give them like a nice renovation. But I do like the way the house is. It's very cozy and very homey. Like I could imagine a bunch of people just going around like after school or something, and these being like their kind of like replacement grandparents almost. You know, that's the kind of vibe I'm going with for them in the community, that everyone looks at them as like another member of their family, you know? I think they're very involved with the community. They love inviting people over. They're no stranger to having parties, and they're just a lot of fun to be around. People go to them for advice or just to go hang out, a little like pick me up. I love that idea, and I think that they really suit it. But let's look in depth at the brothers. We have Bert. He is a chef. He's the older brother, and he is clumsy, a foodie, and cheerful. And he is very much the one who is always interacting with the community. He's always inviting people around. He's always just going round randomly to people's houses. I love the idea that people come round and he cooks big dinners for them, like a few times a week, you know, or he'll bake a cake and take it round to a neighbour, you know. I love that idea. I think that suits him very well. And then we have Bill, the younger brother. He's an artist. He is neat, creative, and a bookworm. And he is a little bit more reserved than his older brother. He still is really friendly and super involved in the community, but it takes him a little bit of time to warm up to other people. Once he's comfortable with them, then that's great. But he definitely doesn't jump at meeting new people all the time. But I do imagine that the people that live in this community are very much like a big family. I think that this community has that sort of vibe that they're all there to help each other. And I think that these brothers are at the core of that. They also do love spending a lot of time outside. I can imagine them having barbecues or just having garden parties all the time, or just sitting out in that porch area. Like, I think it'd be great if I had nifty knitting in this build to have like the rocking chairs or something. Just in the evening, they sit out there with their cup of tea or something like that. That's a nice thought. But yeah, I do really like this house. I love the family. I really hope you guys like both the families. Let me know if you guys would be interested in playing either of these in the file. I'd love to know. I definitely would love to play the Brook family again. I'm currently playing The Sims 2 and I am loving it. But do let me know what you think of the two. There'll be screenshots in just a second of the Blossom household. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Next video, we're going to be moving on to a new neighbourhood because we have finished this one. The last lot that you haven't seen me build on, I've actually just demolished the house that was there. I've left it empty because I thought, well, it's a starting neighbourhood, you might want to do rags to riches, or you might want to build your own little house. I've given you the option, but my next Sunday video, which is part of my Story Speed Build Sunday series, I'm actually building a community lot on that specific lot there, which is unrelated to my save file, but if you do download my save file and you like the build that I'm doing on my Story Speed Build Sunday episode, it would fit perfectly. So there's that as well. If you haven't checked out that series, I would recommend going and doing so if you like my builds, because when I'm doing my builds, I'm also telling you a story about something. I'm just blabbing away about something that's happened in my life. I usually have a theme going on. The next episode is food related, so it's going to be another kind of funny-ish one, I guess. But yeah, definitely check that out if it sounds interesting to you. But I'm going to leave you guys here. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye!